All right, Mr. Chen, thank you
Yes.
for being here today. Great presentation, by the way.
Thank you.
So, the first question I want to ask you straight away is you mentioned that you have been in India since 2008.
Yes.
Uh, how has the business been like over the years? What are the key trends you have seen change? And so some view on that.
I would say, especially post-pandemic, after COVID-19, the data production and data needs grow huge. I would say we grow in 2022, we grow 80% YOY. And after that, we have 30% YOY every year. So I would say after pandemic, data needs and data growth is huge and is very suitable for Synology to increase our business, expand our business now in India.
Okay. During the presentation, you mentioned that you emphasize heavily on ransomware attacks, right? Like the way you protect businesses against ransomware attacks. But how have you thought about offering a more holistic protection against, let's say, DDoS or AI-enabled attacks? Your views on that?
Okay, so the ransomware attack is just take an example. The backup solution is not only against ransomware attack; it is applied to different attack from hackers. I mean, whether it is attacked by ransomware attack or it is attacked by DDoS, it can all restore it back when your server is down. So if your production site is hit or attacked by another kind of attack, you can still restore your server back.
Okay. You mentioned in the during your presentation that you are working with ONGC. What other players are you working with in, especially in the public sector?
Okay, so I want to emphasize not only like oil and gas, but also like defense department. I cannot share the specific division, but there's also some different defense department already using Synology solutions. Also like education as well, including a different university in India.
Okay. You mentioned that your solutions are specifically crafted for the SMBs, but one main concern that rose up in the Q&A afterwards was that are your solutions viable for the SMBs? Are they cost effective? What would you like to say about that?
Okay, so compared to traditional storage solutions like Dell EMC, HPE, Lenovo, the big server, we are more cost effective. That's the reason why SMB users, clients are very happy with our solutions. First, they can use our solutions and storage easily. Second, we integrated hardware and software, so they don't need to pay hardware and software separately. They only need to buy a NAS, and they can use the software without extra cost.
Okay. Who would you say is your competition in India at the moment?
Okay, there are different NAS brands in India, including the QNAP and ASUS. For higher end of storage, we got Dell EMC and Lenovo. But in SMB market and NAS market, we are dominant in India at the moment.
Okay. Why would a business or an organization go for Synology and not for your competition? What's your differentiating factor?
Two main reasons. First, our solutions is all designed by our own directly. So the hardware and software integration will be the key reason why our clients choose our solutions. Our team has more than 1,000 employees and more than 700 employees are software developers. So you can know how much resources we invest on software. Second, the security. So I also mentioned today, we have our own P13. We are our own bounty program for the any vulnerabilities. So this is another key reasons why our clients choose Synology rather than our competitors.
Okay. You mentioned the PSIR the PSIR team, and you mentioned that this team is based in Taiwan. Do you have any plans in making this team in India?
Okay, so although we don't have any address or entity in India at the moment, we are.
Why not?
Okay, so this is because the management will choose the specific market, have a potential growth to have branches like US, Europe, Japan, and China. So I assume our management will consider India will be a next selection. Second, we are thinking outsourcing some of our service to our service partner locally in India to fulfill even enterprise level needs for SLA, for NBD services, and for efficient support.
Yeah, speaking of service partners, how do you plan on servicing, your the various businesses that are based in tier 2, tier 3 cities in India? Because that will pose a certain level of hurdle for you. So yeah, what your thoughts on that?
Okay, so in 2023, we already been to 6 different cities for tier 1, like Mumbai, Delhi, and Bangalore. This is our main focus, but also like Chennai, Hyderabad, and we also have an event in Goa. So our plan is to go to also tier 2 cities for roadshow to let more SI partners and IT managers know our solutions. And we also rely on our partners to help us to having our exposure in tier 2 cities as well.
What are the sales channels that you are working on at the moment to sell your product?
Okay, so for now, for distributors, they will share and sell the product to our sub-distributors or SI partners to fulfill the B2B needs. Also, we are launching our small consumer and SMB products online, including Amazon.
All right. What's your market share at the moment in the country?
You mean the NAS segment for SMB?
Yes.
For now, market share is more than 60%, especially for NAS segment and for SMB market.
As compared to your competitors? 60%.
60%, yes. 60.
Okay. What was your revenue in the last fiscal?
I cannot share specific number because we are not public company, but in India, we achieve more than $5 million every year.
$5 million
Every year. Yes.
Okay. And if I ask you about your business outlook in this fiscal, what would that be?
Our business what?
Your business outlook, what kind of numbers you're looking at, growth rate this fiscal?
I think in 5 years, we want to double the digit at least.
Okay, in 5 years you want to?
Double the digits. We want to achieve at least $10 million per year.
Okay, all right. What's the short-term goal for Synology in India, and what's the long-term goal?
In short term, we will offer enterprise level solutions as well. For now, we have grounded in SMB already, so we are trying to penetrate enterprise level. So we will launch some new product, especially in this year, Computex in June. We will launch a new enterprise level product to penetrate the enterprise level industry. And the mid-long term will be see how the market feedback and how we can do on the enterprise level segment.
Okay, last question. In terms of challenges, what kind of challenges do you face at the moment, given that there are already well-established players like Dell, HP, Lenovo, well-known names? So what are those challenges?
The main challenge will be like MII, make in India, more and more government segment or like industry, they want to choose make in India product. The second challenges will be support locally. So more and more clients expect they can get the support, maybe a hotline support or local support repairment directly without interacting with our headquarters in Taipei. So we will figure out how we can leverage our third-party partners or outsourcing the some of service partner to fulfill this kind of requirement in India.
All right. Last question for sure. You have been in the country since 2008, and you still haven't started manufacturing in the country. Why so? Would you say that you are late to the party?
Okay, so there are more and more queries regarding outsourcing the manufacturing, but why we still make in Taiwan, the main reason is about the quality. So yes, maybe in 1 decade before, there are many manufacturing produce the machines in China, but we don't. The reason why is we want to maintain the same quality globally. So regarding Europe, US, they all imported from Taiwan. So if we can have the same standard of quality, our management definitely will consider to make India as well.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Chen.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
My pleasure. Thank you.